Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, everybody. This is the regular city council meeting for July the 28th of 2025. And we'll start with a roll call, please.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Here.
Maynard,
Here.
Brusader,
Present.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Jensen. Here.
Next, I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 4, which is somebody's retiring or something. Is that the message that we all got? I wouldn't have known if I hadn't gotten the cookies, you know. Thank you for that. If you want to join us down there, please.
We have a present for you.
I heard.
So we just wanted to present you a plaque and thank you for your 42 years of service to the city of Independence and our residents. It's a long career, and really appreciate what you did for the city. So, give you that. Anything you want to say? We need a speech, right?
This wasn't my idea.
That was short. 42 years? That's a long time.
And I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Cindy.
And Cindy, I assume you made the cookies, so thank you very much for those as well.
We'll savor every crumb.
I told the girls at City Hall, there's always room. I'm just retired, I'm not dying. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Carly.
Charlie.
It's a public comment. Next, we move to public comment. I don't have anything on the list today. Oh. So we'll move on then to item number 6, which is the consent agenda. I need a motion to accept and approve the consent agenda with the following: the minutes from the July 14, 2025 regular meeting, and the Independence Chamber of Commerce Special Class C retail alcohol license application with outdoor service with a tentative effective date of August 13, 2025 through August 17, 2025.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 7-0. Next, we move to the financials. Item number 7, I need a motion to approve the claims for payment.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 8, which is revenues and expenses to date. This is information only. Anybody have any questions or comments with regard to the revenues and expenses to date?
Thank you, Susie. I had
Yes,
some questions until I looked through the specifics.
Very good. Thank you. Next, we move to item number 9, which is transfers. Again, this is information only. Anybody have any questions or comments with regard to the transfers? Okay, hearing none. We would then move to item number 10, which is the fiscal year 2025 outstanding debt obligation report. Again, this is for information only, but in your packet on page 80 is the list of the information on that. Any questions, comments with respect to that issue? Okay. Then we would move to item number 11 under hearings and ordinances. I need a motion to approve a first reading of an ordinance creating provisions pertaining to Chapter 121.02, permit required.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, if you'll recall, we talked about this at our committee of the whole meeting, or our work session, sorry. Our work session. on July the 7th. This involves the issuance of the device permits, if you'll recall, and then the decision at that point seemed to be that we wanted to talk about this and put it on the agenda for tonight, so that's what it's doing here. Any further comments or questions with regard to that motion, then?
Now, this supersedes the one that says they have to have it.
The permit itself to have it at a
No,
site, et
yeah.
cetera. They wouldn't be allowed to have it at all.
Okay.
Okay. Further discussion with regard to this? Okay. Hearing none, this would be a roll call vote then.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
It passes 7-0. Would anybody like to make a motion to suspend the statutory rule requiring the ordinance to be considered and voted on at 2 council meetings prior to the meeting at which it's finally passed?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second on that. This would again be a roll call vote. I need 6 out of 7.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah.
No.
Passes 6-1. Next, so now that it's passed, I need a motion to have the ordinance which creates the provisions pertaining to Chapter 121.02 permit required placed on for final passage for adoption pursuant to Iowa Code Section 380.3 and to authorize the mayor to sign the ordinance.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Again, this is a roll call vote.
Maynard,
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
It passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 12. At this time, pursuant to the agenda, I'm going to convene a public hearing on the proposed rezoning request. This is the request that Planning and Zoning has passed through already, and this is the issue about changing the zoning from C2 to C1 with regard to
319 Social Club.
319 Social Club. Sorry, thank you.
I did not receive anything related to this.
Okay. Hearing none, we'll close the public meeting. So now I need a motion to approve the first reading of an ordinance that amending the provisions pertaining to Chapter 170 zoning regulations, as we just discussed.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion with respect to this? I know we talked about it at the work session, and we talked about the fact that this was a more appropriate zoning for that location itself. And this has already gone through planning and zoning. They've already approved it as well. So any further discussion with regard, with regard to it? Hearing none, this will be a roll call vote.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
It passes 7-0. Would anybody like to make a motion to suspend the statutory rule requiring an ordinance to be considered and voted on for passage at 2 council meetings prior to the meeting at which it is finally passed?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Again, I need 6 out of 7. This will be a roll call vote.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
No.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
Crusader.
Yes.
It passes 6-1. Now that that's passed, I need a motion to have the ordinance which amends the provisions of Chapter 170 zoning regulations placed on for final passage for adoption pursuant to Iowa Code Section 380.3 and to authorize the mayor to sign the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is a roll call vote again.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
Crusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin.
Yes.
Okay, that passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 14. This is a motion to approve first reading of an ordinance creating provisions pertaining to Code Section 7.07 Sub 3, Fiscal Management Accounting. If you look at your packet under 87, this sets forth the issue itself. It deals with signatures and checks and things of that nature. Can I have first a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, further discussion with regard to this. Matt, is there something you'd like?
Does this meet the criteria that the auditor wants for?
It's not necessarily about the auditor. This is more about our transition to our new software.
Okay.
The old software that we had pre-numbered checks that we printed when we were doing checks.
Yep.
The new software doesn't have the ability to do pre-numbered. It uses blank check stock, and the numbers are generated by the software. So with that, we need a different check stock, but our code said that we had to use pre-numbered pre-numbered checks. Well, we can't do that with the new software. That's the thing driving this, and then while we were thinking about making those changes to that, it seemed to make sense, since our new software will allow us to put 3 signatures on a check, to have the mayor's, Susie's, and my own, all 3 of us on a check, rather than just the mayor and Susie. Susie, did I miss anything?
Okay, so any further discussion with respect to this?
They will. The one thing I do want to point out too is we did buy a special printer just to print checks, but the reason why is because it uses magnetic toner in it. And that's a security feature of being able to, you can know that the check is secure that way, and then they're reading stuff when the bank receives a check that's got magnetic toner in it. It makes it easier for them to read what the check is made out to and the account routing numbers and all those things.
Further discussion?
At the top.
Anything? Okay, this would then be a roll call vote.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yes.
Prusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen.
Yes.
If this passes 7-0. Next, would anybody like to make a motion to suspend the statutory rule requirement and ordinance to be considered and voted on for passage at 2 council meetings prior to the meeting at which it is finally passed?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Again, we need 6 out of 7. Roll call vote.
Hannah,
No.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yes.
Prusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Okay, that passes 6-1. Next, I need, now that suspension has been taken care of, I need a motion to have the ordinance which creates the provisions pertaining to Code Section 7.07, Part 3, Fiscal Management dash Accounting, placed on for final passage for adoption pursuant to Iowa Code Section 380.3, and to authorize the mayor to sign the ordinance.
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is again a roll call vote.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yes.
Prusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 16.
15.
Sorry, 15, I apologize. Pursuant to the agenda, I'll now convene a public hearing on the proposed development agreement for Indy Storage LLC.
I did not receive any comments.
Okay, no one's here to talk about it, so I'll now close the public hearing. Since there's nothing for the clerk to comment on, et cetera, we'll move on to the motion itself.
You want me to explain that real quick?
Well, I think I understand what we're doing. We're adjourning this issue until August 11th. So what I need is a motion that further consideration of the development agreement be adjourned until August the 11th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. at City Hall, Independence, Iowa, at which time and place the city council will meet and further consider the development agreement. So that's the motion I need.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Okay.
So the reason that we're doing this is typically when we do these development agreements, we have a public hearing and then we do the development agreement right after that. It's usually the next item on the agenda. In this particular case, we sent the development agreement to the developer. They had some comments from their legal team that they wanted us to look at. So we've sent those back to our council. We had a meeting this afternoon with them and we've got everything cleared up. But it's going to take until the 11th of August for us to get it back on an agenda for it to be approved the next time. So that's the reason that this is different than normal.
But for the public, this is basically TIF money.
Yeah.
We created a TIF district out there, and now we're going to,
Right. This is all related to that TIF thing. Yeah, the developer agreement just lays out how they're going to get reimbursed and what that's going to look like and all those things. The urban renewal area has already been created. We did that at the
Yeah.
previous meeting.
Okay. Everybody okay? Anything further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, then this is a roll call vote.
Maynard,
Yes.
Prusader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Passes 7-0. Next, we move to resolutions. This is number 16. And I need a motion to approve and authorize the mayor to sign a resolution outlining the changes to the employee handbook. First, I need the motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Okay, on page 103 of your packet, you'll see the changes. These are things that we discussed at the July 7th work session. There's some issues about vacation updates and classifications of relatives, et cetera. Anybody have any further comment on that, Matt, or you okay?
We talked about it during the work session, and just if anybody has any questions. The one thing that was asked during the work session was for stepchildren to be added into both those sections, and we've done that. So,
Further discussion on this? Hearing none, this will be a roll call vote then.
Pursader,
Yes.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah.
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard.
Yes.
Okay, that passes 7-0. Next, we move to item number 17, other business. I need a motion to approve the sale of extrication equipment via sealed bids with matching bids, giving preference to the fire department over the public. First, I need that motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Matt, do you want to take this away?
Actually, I'm going to ask Blake if he'll come up and give council the information.
So I think we talked about it last council meeting. We gave Matt purchase authority to get that new grants, or the new jaws ordered from our grants. With that, we have gotten an older set of jaws that were replaced. So we're looking at getting rid of that stuff. It's just past its time with us. So hopefully, my thought process is if we can sell it to a local department for either a backup set, or if they don't have jaws at all, try doing that. And then it would make a really good backup set for someone else, as it's been our backup set for many years as well. And then if we would have any private buyers as well, just kind of preference, obviously going to a fire department if there's a matching bid, if you will, but I don't.
Have you brought it up at the county meeting?
I haven't done anything without talking to you guys first, so.
Because I'd like, Buchanan County, it'd be kind of nice to keep it in the,
Absolutely. That would be our first goal, once we get permission from you guys to go out to Buchanan County and surrounding departments, and then obviously out from there as well. But I haven't done anything up until this point. We just put the new jaws in service this last weekend, so they're in place, and the old jaws have been removed, but nothing's been done with them, so.
And the new ones that we got are battery powered. These that we're going to get rid of are not.
They're gas powered, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, like I said, they'll make a really nice set for a department that doesn't have anything, or a really good backup set for a department that does have a battery set as well, so.
You notice the motion itself, it's fire departments, plural.
sure.
So that would have preference as opposed to a particular one. within the
Yeah, this is not a type of, or a piece of equipment that we would put on like Gov Deals or somewhere like that. We want to try to ask our local fire departments around here first. Were you going to ask that?
I was going to ask that. I thought the jaws were good for picking up front of my lawnmower.
They definitely do it. And I don't know if we don't have any interest, whether, if we don't get any sealed bids or if we don't have any interest, maybe Gov Deals is the direction to go, but.
Could be an option at that point, but we wouldn't start there. We want to try to
Right,
keep it in
yeah.
Buchanan County and definitely, like we talked about, give preference to fire departments that maybe don't have the fundraising support that we do or don't have the ability to do the things that we do, that try to help them out.
Right.
Makes sense.
What's your guess what it's worth?
We asked the vendors when they came in if we could trade them in, and they don't even want them. So
Yeah.
to us, they're worth their weight in gold. I mean, when you're working on them, the battery powered tools are even nicer because they're quieter and lighter weight and everything. But these, I mean, what I think they're worth and what they're probably worth are different. That's if you sell your house, it's got a lot more sentimental value to you than it would, for
Oh, yeah.
the fair market price. So we'll do some research and get with some vendors and see, because I haven't done any. I don't know if anyone else has, but my guess is thousands, but I don't know what they go for new. I mean, we just spent, what was it, 51,000?
Yep.
So we'll try to get as much out of them as possible, but if we, like Matt said, if we can help another local department as well,
That'd be great.
that's in our
Would
best
be.
interest too, that,
Yeah.
especially if they don't have it.
Further questions for Blake? Thank you, Blake. Further
Thank you, Blake. Thanks, Blake.
comments, any questions, anything else?
No.
Okay, this is a roll call vote then.
O'Laughlin,
Yes.
Jensen,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Hannah,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Maynard,
Yes.
Pursader.
Yes.
Okay, it passes 7-0. Next, we move to the reports.
Nothing there.
Nothing for you. Deb, anything?
Yeah, I just had a couple things. One was for Dave. And in here, I see we got $2,000 for the K-9. On page.
Oh, so what that is, that's an offset because we were able to sell some of the equipment out of that car, and then we put it back into the canine fund because we shouldn't put it back into the general fund because it was purchased out of the canine fund. So what you're seeing is not necessarily a donation, but it's money that came from that line item that has to go back into that line item when we get it back.
Okay.
That's the reason that's in there. I was trying to think of what that was.
Looked to me like another county gave it to us.
It was. We sold the goods.
Not the
Oh,
dog.
and it was a different county. that
It was a
got-
different county.
I see.
So
Okay.
here's what I did. We had the stuff for in the back of the car. I got with my guy from Carl Chevrolet, who got that vehicle from originally. They don't buy any of it. But he has all the contacts, and he has all these Tahoes sitting down there. The problem we have is if we didn't get rid of it immediately, they're talking about changing the Tahoes. So he puts out the word for me, and the Webster County Sheriff called me and said, hey, come up with a number. I got with my people at Raycom, I got with the guy at Carl Chevrolet. We came up with a number that was fair for everybody. We got some money back off of it. We put it back in the canine fund.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad I could remember something.
Anything else, Deb?
And then the other thing is, somebody brought up scooters here a while back,
I'm sorry.
and these battery-operated scooters, you know, are they supposed to be on the street, or the sidewalk, or what? But I seen 2 kids going down Main Street so fast that if somebody would have walked out of a business,
No, State of Iowa pretty much just gave them all the rights in the world without having any backup to it. The only thing you could do is, as a city, we could research to see if we could make them illegal on the sidewalks downtown.
but then are they legal for the streets?
Pretty much, yes, because they fall into that electric bicycle section. And the state of Iowa, the other thing they did a year ago is they said pedestrians, bicyclists, everybody falls under the same thing, and they have the right of way for everything. So this is one of those things where technology is overtaking us faster than we can write laws, ordinances, and have common sense, I think, sometimes. To be able to put your 12-year-old on a scooter that can go 16 miles an hour.
On Main Street.
It'll take a couple of lawsuits.
What could go
before people
wrong?
Look at it.
What's that?
What could go wrong?
Exactly. And I saw them, I worked Ragbri Friday night in Old and they had plenty of them going on there. There was even some people rode them through Ragbri, and some of the Ragbri diehards were upset that the electric people were riding, but it just is what it is.
I think we need to consider doing an ordinance later, discussion or something.
We can put it on the work session for August or September, either one, and have some discussion about it.
Sounds good. Thank you. That's it.
Nothing, Mayor.
I have nothing either.
I just want to bring up again the sewer project that we had on Main Street. I thought was handled wonderfully. Obviously, kudos to the guys, both utilities and the street department. I think did a tremendous job throughout the course of the night and during the day working on that. And the other thing was I really felt it was beneficial with our messaging system that's on the website that you can sign up for the text that were, for instance, it affected my area. So I knew what was going on ahead of time. I knew that there was a possibility of water to be shut off, but we didn't end up having to do that. So it was nice to know that up front. Made some phone calls to people, family members, people, neighbors, things like that, to be able to say, hey, just want to let you know this just come through if you're not signed up. So I think it's an excellent program.
Point as bad as it was, they got it done
Yeah,
fast.
yeah. Urge more people to sign up for that.
Ben Reichman?
Right.
Is that right? With Elite Land Management, deserves a lot of credit on that, too, because he's our contractor partner that helps us with that stuff. He's also the one who's helping us with 8th Avenue on that water line. So he's done a heck of a job for us, trying to help us get things done in a timely fashion.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Mayor.
Sure. Mike?
Nothing.
Catherine?
Everything, thank you.
Yeah.
So we got notice from Leanne Harrison that the Oakwood tour did not happen on the 19th of July, and that they're going to do that on the 20th of September now. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that and had that date in kind of in your calendar. The 20th of September would be when they're doing that Oakwood tour. That's when they're rescheduling it for. Independence Premium Foods, contractors nearing completion on most of the big ticket items. The parking lot grading, subgrade prep, concrete paving has been done. They've painted the parking lot lines in the parking lot, and when weather allows, they'll be back to complete finish grading and topsoil, and then seed that area once that opens, and I think mid-August is when that season opens. So glad to see that moving forward and coming along. We put out notices on the city's the city's Facebook page this morning about lane closures on the 150 bridge over Wapsie, just north of Lover's Lane, south of True Value there. There's a company coming in to do a gas line inspection there for the gas line that runs along the east side of the bridge. And so they'll be doing some lane closures on July 30th from approximately 8 a.m. to noon. That's got a KDOT, went back to Kansas all of a sudden. Anyway, an Iowa Department of Transportation permit, all of those things are in place for it. The other thing, keep an eye on the weather tonight. Obviously, for everybody watching, they're projecting that there's going to be a derecho come through. It'll probably be dying out when it gets to us, hopefully. But on the webinar that the National Weather Service had this afternoon, they thought Independence could still see 75 mile an hour plus winds overnight tonight. So that's pretty strong stuff. I don't know if it was last night or Sunday night, but my barbecue grill on my deck decided to migrate across the deck.
Last night.
Yeah, so it's the first time I've seen it do that since I've been here. So just keep an eye on that. The only other thing I was going to bring up, we've got a plan in place related to the toilet that's in the right-of-way over on 301 7th Avenue there. City attorney has sent a letter out about that. The city does have the ability to continue the enforcement of that and require that he remove it from his private property as well. I don't know if we want to have discussion about that at a work session or if we just want to let this kind of be as it is. The intentions that I had at this point was that the letter as it was put together by the city attorney basically reserves our right to do that in the future, but we're not going to do that right now. Unless I hear otherwise from people, that's kind of how I was going to treat this. As long as he moves it out of the right of way, I don't have a problem with it being on his private property.
I support that process 100%.
I agree.
So do I.
Okay.
And I don't think it would have come to this if it would have been up further into the yard. Because you see all kinds of things used as pot.
Yep. We want to protect people's private property rights and their ability to use their property as they would like. But the city right of way, we have an obligation to protect that. So.
It's kind of a weird corner there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
So.
safety issue.
Okay, that's all I've got.
I had a couple of meetings that people attended while I was on vacation. Matt, you did the AMR, right?
Yes.
Is there anything to report from that you can?
Not really. There was discussion during the AMR meeting about first responder status. The City of Independence has our first responder status as of July 1st. Blake, do you want to give the numbers of how many people we have available for that first responder status? I do have one other thing that I wanted to point out because I had it in here, but I missed it. Friday at 9:30, we will start a retirement ceremony for Dave at the police department. And at 10 o'clock Friday morning, there will be a change of badge, change of chief ceremony. Change of the guard, yeah. So at 10 a.m. is when we'll have that ceremony Friday morning. If anybody from the public, anybody from the city council, we'd love to have everybody there. Anybody that wants to be, it'll be at the police department. Sorry, Blake. Back to the first responder status from AMR, or from the AMR meeting.
So, I think you had asked earlier, you might have been during that meeting or whatever, but we currently have 6 EMTs and 1 medic.
That's great.
On the
Nice.
department. And then we have, I know we have one that's in the process of moving to town that's applying, that'll be it's an advanced EMT, and I'm not sure about the other one that's applying as well.
So for the sake of clarification for the public, that does not mean that we're starting an EMT and paramedic service.
Correct.
That means that the city has, within the fire department, the ability to respond in a first responder status and stabilize somebody until AMR or proper medical personnel can get there.
Correct. And even with the medic, they operate at an EMT level. So they have a higher level of knowledge and training, but they can only operate at the EMT level. That's just what the state has us at, so.
Great, thank you, Blake.
Thanks, Mike.
Blake, you might have to answer this next question, too. Somebody attend the 911 commission, the emergency management thing for me while I was on?
That was me.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't remember. Is there anything to report on that at all?
Nothing major.
Okay, great. I didn't have anything else, other than you got to love California wine tasting. Good place to take a vacation. Dave?
Switching from Intel.
Dave, if you were going to talk about your retirement, I'm sorry. I stole that.
No,
Are we going to have cookies?
no. This is my last meeting with you all. So as I'm preparing to retire as police chief, I want to take a few moments to express my gratitude to this body for the opportunity to serve this city, and a few final thoughts and recommendations to you from my years of service. First and foremost, I urge you to continue to support our police department with resources, training, leadership development to meet the ever-evolving challenges of public safety. Investing in the people behind the badge will continue to pay benefits for this city. Second, I encourage the council to maintain a strong commitment to transparency and accountability both to the citizens as well as the employees of this city. The strength of the police department lies not just in enforcement, but in the relationships that it builds. Legislate and trust your department heads and departments to carry out your vision. Third, I recommend that you continue to foster the collaboration between public safety and other community services such as mental health, housing, and youth outreach. Policing cannot solve every problem alone. A holistic approach to public safety is more effective and more just. Finally, I offer my confidence in the men and women of the department. They're dedicated, courageous, and resilient. I ask that you continue to honor their work with the strong leadership and the clear vision. With the right guidance and support, they will continue to make you and this city proud. We haven't always seen eye to eye on everything, and for that I am grateful, because I believe that shows that we've done good work together and that we've continued to move this city forward looking out for all. Thank you again for your partnership and continued commitment to building a safer, stronger, and more unified community. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks, Dave.
I want to clarify, this is not his last meeting. Dave
giving
thinks
him a
this is
plaque,
his
are we?
last meeting, but there will be a retirement where he'll have to come back for a meeting a little bit later down the road.
Squeeze that in between vacations.
We'll figure it out for you.
If that's it, I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passes 7-0, and we're adjourned.